Hello everyone, welcome to Joe and Zach's Survival. Well, Zach and I just got back from duck hunting, and we just got just a couple of hours ago. And now I have to get the ducks that we got up there. We plucked them up there, we gutted them up there, but now I've got to get them ready to go into the freezer. And I just thought I'd show you how to do it. A lot of people just breast out their ducks, again, like they do with the geese. And I pluck them all down and we get them ready and get them in the freezer so then when we do put them in the oven, it's got all that skin and that fat around there to keep it dry, or keep it from getting dry, excuse me. So anyway, I'll show you how I do it. Well, when we get it back from up north, from hunting, this is how generally they come back. We throw them into a bag here. And now I help Zach with cleaning these this time. Usually if I've got more than one of the kids up there, they get that job. Because when I was their age, I got that job, of cleaning the ducks. And I'm glad that I did it this time because they are a little bit cleaner than when they do them. But we are here by law, we have to keep the head on. This is a wood duck. At least one of the wings, I just have them leave both wings on, and then we never can remember if we had to leave the feet, so we just leave the feet. And then so this is how I get them. They've been gutted. When I do it, I cut this back off when I'm there. I don't complain. As long as the kids are taking the feathers off, that's more than enough for me to ask for. So from here now, we want to make it look a little bit like something from the store. And so I'll go ahead and show you how I do that. So the first thing we have to do is cut all this crap off. And now with the neck, we get rid of the head of it. And I just keep a garbage can right next to me. But just like when you're in the store and you buy a chicken, when you cook the chicken, the neck isn't sticking out. So I like to take and peel this skin down like this here, and then we'll take and cut this neck off closer to the base of the bird itself. This way when that skin cooks, it just goes right around that neck and it doesn't stick out. Just like the people that take pictures of their deer and the tongue is still hanging out. Well, if you push it in, it looks a lot better. This is only for looks. So, and these guys have little wings, so we don't keep the wings. I just chop those right off, like so. Plus, it really is a pain in the butt to try to get those little feathers out of there, so just like so. And if I've got a bone like this here, I just chop that off. Take the feet and cut those off. And then this back part, they've got all these oil glands back in here where they put their beak and stuff like that and then rub it on their feathers. I get that out of there. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I just chop this back part off and then we're done. So then from there, I just take and run cold water and just start going through. Like, some of the ducks, you get a ton of pin feathers on them. Like some of the mallards. I got a couple mallards and I chose to do a wood duck here because these clean up real nice. If they do have a lot of those pin feathers, you can sit there for hours and try to get those out. Or what you do is you just take as many of them as you can off, leave the other ones on there, cook it in the skin, and then after that, just discard the skin. Once it's cooked, you've got everything you needed. If you can get them clean enough though, the skin is delicious on these. Show me a piece of boneless, skinless chicken breast and I'll say yuck. So I'll go through and I'll clean this up and you'll hear, I just heard a couple BBs drop and you'll feel them dropping out of here. And so, well, let me finish getting this cleaned up and I'll be right back. Alright, once I've got it good enough for the feathers, and you'll be picking a few of these off, you'll find them, once I get it clean enough for my liking. One thing when the kids do this, first of all, if they got this real lot of fat right here, I'll yank this out because I'm going to fill the inside. I fill it with apples and I wrap the outside with bacon when I do it. So anyway, one thing that the kids don't do when they clean it is you go in here and they'll get the guts of it out of there, but they never get the lungs out. And you want to make sure you get those out. You're taking your fingers and running them up the back side of I suppose the back part of the rib cage, and just kind of peel those out. They always forget to do those, and I've told them 100 times, but so you want to get those out, and they kind of stick in there a little bit, but you'll get them out and toss them down the garbage disposal. You got to get those out, and the one more thing that's in there that you can't get off when the head is still on is the voice box. So push down from the neck side, grab it, and there it is. That voice box and a little bit of the esophagus. And then we'll just want to get that rinsed out real good. And this was rinsed out with lake water or river water actually when we were up there. But just get it nice and cleaned out. Like so, and then we're ready to get it packaged. Once I'm done washing it out like that, then you want to take, and for sure you can use a paper towel or a regular towel and just get it patted dry, because these ones here I'm putting into the food saver, and it seems to suck that liquid out, and then it doesn't like to seal very good. So I pat it dry like this here, and I don't know, as fast as we eat this, I could just as well put them in a Ziploc bag, but I'm doing them this time in the food saver. And when I package them, I do two of them in a package, but then Sarah likes to come down and take some and go up to college with them, and then some of them I'll just package in one. So this one we'll just do a single. All right, well, I cut my bag to size and I did a double seal on the one side. And then I'm just gonna stick this little guy in here. Get them going like that. And you know, these food sealers, they don't really seem to suck as much air out when you do a chicken-like bird like this, but I still think it's better than just putting them in a Ziploc or whatever, so we'll see. Once we get that double sealed, I just make sure that I mark it so that everybody knows what it is. This is a wood duck. And then I take the month, which is September 2011, and that is all that's to it. And now I'll show you what it looks like when they're all done. Well, once I get them all done, this is what they look like. I just get a whole bunch of packages, like I said, some with 2, some with 1, and then I'll just toss them in the freezer, and anybody can take them out and use them whenever they want. Well, thank you for watching the Joe and Zach Survival channel on how to get these ducks ready for the freezer.